I just want to say something serious before we get into some of the frivolities. That if anybody on the staff, me personally, I go back further with Barbara than anybody else. I think 16 or 17 years. And she came out here first. There was a clique of us in San Bernardino, and she was the first one to venture out here. And followed by Pat Harrison, and some of you may remember Jim Nichols, and then I came out. And so we did some good things while we were out here too, professionally. Homeless? Yeah, I think it was actually about, probably the first month or two I was out here. It was real soon. I think Joe Howery threw us together on a project. And probably the first serious project about the plight of the homeless in Reno that I recall. And we got some investiganettes out of it, which was kind of cool. But it also kind of raised the awareness level. At the time, we gave a damn about the homeless. And on a personal level, I think I can speak for a lot of people here, is that Barbara is more than just a co-worker or a friend, she's family. And we're going to miss you. Hey, Corey, didn't you have something to say?
Well, I wanted to have this framed. This is from the San Francisco Chronicle today. Yesterday first. We have this picture. They've been doing a thing in California in the new millennium. We have a picture of Fresno here. On this side it says, "The lack of orderly planning and design control in Fresno is by the dozens of business signs that clutter Blackstone Avenue in the heart of the city." And on the other side it says, "Fresno, the largest city in California's heartland, has turned into a place where development has gone wild. Burdened by a whiff of civic corruption, Fresno is a cautionary tale of the future gone wrong." And then today, in the same paper, down at the bottom of the story that ran today, it says, "Tomorrow, Fresno is larger than St. Louis or Atlanta, but it is a cautionary tale for California." So, Barbara, we know you're looking forward to living here.
Great news town, great news town.
Yeah, but Frank, want to do the page?
Yeah, we have a page put together for Barbara. I'm going to show you that.
Where'd they print that?
And if you notice, there's Barbara's holding up a book called My Prostate and Me. She was our health reporter. And since the only thing that really counts, as Lenita will tell you, is the first 5 graphs, I'd like to read the first 5 graphs of the news story that's on the front page. By the way, I got to take off my glasses to read this and get about this close. Look at the typography on this thing. This is C-text in action. I mean, it's like you're seeing triple. And you know, I thought, well, we got to get her a better one. I thought, no. Let's get real with it.
Wait a minute, is that a 7-column front there, Frank?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 column front. Throw back.
Not enough hyphenation, Frank.
The headline, as you can see, it's a San Joaquin Valley edition. And it's got one of John Smetana's top 10s on there, and some quotes and a couple of stories, and of course the songs you'll be hearing in a few minutes on the bottom. And the headline says, "BJ flees to Fresno. Health concerns. Intrepid reporter chooses outdoor pollution over bad indoor air quality." By Satan Beelzebub, a Gannett manager. The lead is, "The simple truth is that we are glad she left. Now we no longer have to watch her write about diseases, think she has them, and then inflict this feeling upon her audience of dozens of loyal but misinformed Reno Gazette-Journal readers. We knew she was in trouble when she did that series on prostate cancer and thought she had all the symptoms. She suffered for weeks until the specialist pointed out the obvious: no prostate, no cancer. Then, just when we thought she was okay again, she began that investigative report on penile implants. She knew our graphics department was short-handed, no pun intended. So she suggested we use a map of Finland, Sweden, and Norway to illustrate the story. A course, that's just what the editors did. That prompted her series on mental illness. That's the first 5 graphs in the works. And of course we have a song, and for Barbara actually we have 2 short songs that we're going to do in a medley. First, I should introduce Julie, Julie Marchado. Julie is a local musician. You've probably seen her all over town in orchestras and string quartets and various groups at various functions, but she's also a very good friend of Barbara's. And she messed around during rehearsal. I had to break her foot to get her in line. But she actually accidentally broke her foot yesterday, and despite this, showed up for rehearsal early today. We did a good, solid 10 minutes of rehearsal, and we're ready. But I want to issue a warning, however. As you know, the going away songs are getting a little more elaborate as we go along. And so I want to issue a warning. I don't mind writing the songs. Susan and I don't mind writing the songs. We don't mind lining up the calendar, doing the performances or anything, but we do mind losing friends. So if I'm saying if anybody is planning on leaving in the next few months, they have 2 options. Number 1, they can take Susan and I with them. Or number 2, they can go to their going away party and they can face the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. And yeah, oh yeah, you laughed at Columbus, you laughed at Edison, you laughed at Jack Benny, but I'm serious here. And I'm not kidding, I'm going to have them come in, do sacraments. It's going to be brutal. As I said, we have 2 songs. The first one, I got to get my falsetto ready for the first one. It's to the tune of Barbara Ann, the Barbara Ann, of course. It was the obvious one. Susan and I wrote it about a week or so ago.
And she hates the Beach Boys with a passion.
And take it away, Julie.
ByoutsBarbaraJean, ByoutsBarbaraJean, she's a happy queen. BarbaraJean, you got me covered with a different ByoutsBarbaraJean, ByoutsBarbaraJean, you wrote about the flu, you wrote the virus too. Now I know both that I'm playing you. She's a happy queen. You got me covered in a reason, different anesthesia, ByoutsBarbaraJean, ByoutsBarbaraJean. You got me covered in a reason, different anesthesia, ByoutsBarbaraJean, ByoutsBarbaraJean.
We did that song nice and easy. But sometimes we like to do a song nice and rough. And this next one is called Proud Barbara, and it's to the tune of Proud Mary, nice and rough. Told some good stories in Reno, writing for Gazette every night and day. Wrote about diseases, never told about reasons. Till she got a job and it went no way. Big presses keep on grooving. ByoutsBarbaraJean, she's a moving, grooving, moving at Fresno. Grooving,
And no, we won't quit our day job.
I guess Barbara or
Yes, Barbara.
is it your turn?
You must have something. Okay, I wrote it. And I don't know if I'll get through it.
All right, $5 she chose.
Okay. When I was thinking about what I was going to say, one word came to me: family. I'm going home to family, but I'm leaving a family. As all of you guys. From the first day here, I felt like you were family. Tonya had a smile for me the first day. She has a smile for me now. And Sandy, the first 2 weeks I was here, invited me to a jazz concert. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to Pieces of a Dream, and I'm thinking, I'm in a dream because I already have family here. Sandy, just like my sister and soulmate. And sisters, Susan, Lanita, our walks. I never felt afraid because Lanita always had her Highway Patrol t-shirt on. And I knew if anybody came near us, they were under the bridge. And so, I mean, how could you have better sisters than that? And if without them, I'd be 50 pounds heavier, and you wouldn't want to see it. And I can't watch Star Trek without thinking of Jeannie. And Jeannie took me to Ashland and introduced me to Shakespeare there, so that Bruce and I were sitting in the front row and we got spit on. And Sharon and her tomatoes. I'll be able to beat her now, but I won't be happy about it. And as for brothers, I mean, Frank, geez, how can you forget Frank? I'll never forget Frank, the songs and the stories. And now Mark, and this is where I am going to probably lose it. He's like a brother. And I remember being in Napa with him, and we're having a glass of wine, and somebody came up and said, "You guys are brothers and sisters, aren't you?" And I just said, "Yeah, we are," because I feel like that. And Wilma, for 14 years, has tried to teach me how to make gravy. And, now I'll have to learn on my own for call you on the phone on Thanksgiving. So anyway, I mean, there's just too many people in this room to mention individually. Every one of you has meant so much to me, and you really will always be my family. Thank you.
Well, it's not easy to say goodbye. We're all sorry that we are saying goodbye, but it's that time. She cleaned out her desk.
Yeah.
If anybody had ever seen it a week ago,
Yes, it couldn't happen.
that's the only way it would happen, isn't it? Yeah. Well, that was just beautiful. And yeah, there would be. I love it.
They punched him. And Roland went in and told
You're being filmed. You're being
everything you say is I don't think Charlie Waters is being You're a spy! You're a spy! You're a spy!
something like that. So they're still up and coming. You know, they're still around.
Okay. I'm trying to find something.
There was a time about my age that I guess a lot of Bruces were born, you know, named. How about yourself? Are there any Bruces in your age group? Really?
I never was
I was named after a pilot. My dad was a Navy pilot. He had a real good.
And I'm leaving a $4 tip plus French fries. Bye-bye, Barbara. Bye-bye, Barbara.